There is a basic difference between sex and gender. Remember, okay? These two things are not same. Many, as I said, they think that both are same. It sounds, okay? It sounds to be synonym. But their differences arises, okay? There are certain differences. So let us have a look at it. Okay, now here it's been given as sex, and this part it's indicated as gender. Now when we talk in terms of sex, we are stressing on the physical differences. The physique of a girl is different to that of the boy. Clear? Now in terms of this gender, we see the connections. It is referred to the connection, okay, the behavioral and cultural practices of man and woman. Now here in terms, it is referring the difference in terms of the physical appearance. Here it is referring to their connection, okay, with regards to their behavior and the cultural practices. Like take for example, the ladies will do the puja, all right, the prayer and all will be conducted by the female of the house. The cleaning task will be done by the female. The marketing or the shopping part, or buying certain things from outside, or probably making doing some carpentry job, it's a task of the boy. Clear? So this is the behavioral expectations in terms of their gender. Okay, we are I hope it is clear. Now let's proceed to the second point. Now it is, when we talk about sex, it refers to the biological characteristics or the differences. It is inborn. By birth we get these sort of biological characteristics which make a girl different to that of the boy. I hope this is clear. Now coming to the gender part, it refers to the cultural, social that has been constructed through socialization. Okay, as I have already stated, let us have a look at the example. You'll be much more clearer. Now relating to the organs that is based on the reproduction, we can say that the female can reproduce. These are the biological terms, however, like, so female are blessed with it, whereas men do not, okay. But then both men and female, if they unite, so that's it, okay. So this is the biological characteristics that we are stressing on. Clear? Now coming to the next is, here in case of this, the society expects the two sex to behave in a different way. Therefore encourages and teach them what to do and what not to do, as I have stated earlier. Now take for example, I'll give you another example here. Now parents usually say, they ask the girls to sit properly, not to speak loudly, not to laugh loudly, not to jump. The girls really have many do's and don'ts. Why does this happen? It is the society that has laid out, they have listed out the norms, the rules, regulations, the expectations. Clear? So howsoever, it has changed to a great extent, but differences are still there, very prominent. Whereas if a boy sits whichever way the boy sits, there is no objection. So this is a very basic difference between the boy and the girl. But this is based on the societal expectations, and it is formed by the society, the culture, and the family. Clear? Now, again, I'll speak about the difference with the aid of another slide. Here, let us look at it once again for your clarity. In one side, you can see it has been written as the attributes, and this side the sex, and here the gender. Okay. So, in the attributes part, certain things has been given: definition, meaning, aspect of change, aspect role, aspect of role, aspects of policy. Now, when we try to define the sex here, it is based on the biological or cosmological differences I've already stated. Whereas when we talk about gender, the differences are based on the social differences, which is associated with the family and culture. Clear? Now, when we talk about the meaning, it refers to the physiological characteristics. It's very much clear, isn't it? In terms of sex. Whereas when we talk in terms of gender, it refers to the social, cultural expectations and actions. You can include the family also here. It refers to the family, social, and cultural expectations and actions from that particular gender. This gender is supposed to do this. This gender is not supposed to do that. So this sort of tags are, it is given basing on their genders. Clear? Now, coming to the next part is the aspect of change. When we talk in terms of sex, it is difficult to change as it is inborn. The individual has already obtained when the child was born, isn't it so? Whereas in terms of gender, as I said, it might vary, okay? It might change, it might differ, because it is acquired, it is learned through the process of socialization. It is learned basing on the environment that is provided to us. We acquire by associating with people, relating to with them, watching movie, going outside. Clear? So that is there. So it can be changed, since gender identity is determined by society. Clear? Now, in terms of role again, throughout the history and across culture, sex differences exist, definitely. till date, whichever job the person holds, be it in terms of, you see it like the salary, or the package, the monthly package received, it differs from that of the boy. All right. So the sex plays a very important role in, it had been playing a very important role since the beginning of life, okay, until date. But there are differences, like people are working towards reformation, modification, and giving a status. So that's in process, it is happening, but still it is there. Anyway, so coming to the gender part, at different times in history and in different societies, gender roles are different and it varies, okay. So in terms of gender, we see that because of the place, the surrounding in which the child is being brought up or has been associated, the expectation level might change. All right, like in some family girls are being dominated, whereas in some family girls have equal share as that of the boy, okay. So these are there. So it depends, okay, it varies with societies, with the places in which the individual is being brought up. Clear? And also when we looked into the policies, we see that policies respond to sex differences in areas. Why? In order to do with the physical body. Okay, so certain policies are being, it has come up, okay, with regard to the sex, that you all must be knowing. And coming to the gender part, policies can respond to gender stereotype and traditional gender roles. So all these policies are coming up to give equal status to both the gender, in terms of procuring a job, to have a better settlement, and so on and so forth. So it's going on, but howsoever, it is seen that in one of my survey, I've seen, even if the lawyers or the advocates, or maybe like in the field of defense or anything, like ladies do have a position in the social status, but again when they reach home, like many surveys, like I've seen that they state that when we ask them, when we question them, they say that the position of female is always second. So this is the mentality of the woman still, no matter how much effort they put outside, even after reaching home, they say that we are ladies, we have to look after the kitchen. Like the husband or the male dominated society, they reach home, like women, even after reaching home from after the working hours, the men expects them to prepare dishes, so these are not only in the normal life, but then also in the celebrity life. Like when I have seen certain interviews and all, like it comes up, okay. So we see that generally the status of men has already been much higher than that of the female. So that's it. Researchers are still going on. Let's see what happens. But anyway, the concept of gender, I think by now it is clear, isn't it? So I shall touch upon the curriculum part in my upcoming lessons, as we have to relate the curriculum and gender questions. Okay, so there are much more to know about this, but then before starting or before sharing the views on gender questions and all, I shall touch upon the concept of curriculum. So see you all in my next session. Till then, take care. Stay fine. Namaste.